Hey everyone, welcome back to another Vinyasa practice. My name is Sarah. Now, whenever I'm coming up with a class and I'm just struggling with inspiration, I don't know what to teach, I always come to my yoga philosophy books because I always find that there is something in there that is, really beautiful and worthy of being taught. So when I was flicking through the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, which is kind of one of the foundational books on yoga philosophy, there was this beautiful Sanskrit saying that talks about our perception and how we are in control of it all. So it says, Mana eva manusyanam karanam bandha moksayoh. As the mind, so the person. Bondage or liberation are in your own mind. It goes on to say, if you feel bound, you are bound. If you feel liberated, you are liberated. Things outside neither bind nor liberate you. Only your attitude towards them does that. That is why yoga does not bother much about changing the outside world. And so we're going to be kind of channeling that, kind of turning inwards and putting less pressure, less emphasis on the things around us. So on a physical level, we're going to be playing with balance, with both eyes open and eyes closed. So we can really become this internal reference, this internal compass to find stability and strength. Okay, let's start in a seated position. So when you're ready, close down the eyes, find a tall spine. Take a deep breath in through the nose as you lift up really tall. And a deep breath out, just allowing for the shoulders to slide down the back. A little peak of the sternum, the chest, up to the sky. A softening of the jaw, the mouth, the lips, the eyebrows, the eyelids. A slowing down of the breath. Letting these breaths become a little bit deeper. So breathing into the belly a little bit more, the ribs and the chest. And then as we exhale, we feel the lungs deflate, letting the ribs draw inwards slightly, the chest to soften, the ribs draw inwards. And letting these moments in stillness be a way for us to arrive, not just physically, but on a more energetic level as well. Turning from a big focus on the external world to our internal world. Knowing it's our perception on the things that's outside of us that makes our reality, not necessarily the things that are there. And before we begin to move, let's take about 3 to 5 more breaths. And maybe you start to practice your Ujjayi pranayama, the constriction of the throat, allowing for that wave-like sound to come through. You might find this a little bit more obvious on the exhalation, but you can also find it on the inhalation. And this helps us to slow down our breath and remain in control. And then when you're ready, just open up your eyes. Let's find our way into a tabletop position. So bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Let's flow through a few rounds of our cat and cow. So use your next breath in to drop the belly down, look forward, lift the tailbone, lift the eye gaze. As we exhale, push away from the ground, tuck the chin in towards the chest. Couple more rounds in your own breath. And as we move through our sequences today, if you are quite familiar with the asanas, with the sequences, with the poses, maybe you use that as an opportunity to close the eyes down and to tune inwards even more. Letting the memory of the body guide us. Let's go about 1 to 2 more breaths here. And then when we're ready, finding a bit of stillness, walking yourself back towards your knees, start to stand up on your shins. Now, if you need to, you can grab a blanket or a pillow to slot underneath your knees here. Shift your weight into your left knee. Pick your right foot up, take your right hand around to the foot, clasping onto it. And if you wanted to, you can also grab your left hand around as well. Little squeeze of the glutes here. Tuck the ribs in the direction of the hips, so we're lengthening through the right hip flexors and the quadriceps a little bit more. Roll the shoulder blades back. Let's take about 1 to 2 more breaths here. Okay, a couple of different options for our transition next. You can just simply bring the hands down to the ground to tabletop position. If you felt like a little bit more, left hand comes around the right foot, shift your weight into your left leg. Right hand comes out for support. Eventually you'll try to take your right knee off the ground. Once you get there, slowly hinge at the hips, push your hips back slightly, and then the right hand will come down. We're trying to make this transition as slow as possible, but I lasted maybe half a second, so, take it how it is. Either keep your foot close towards your hips. If you wanted to, you could try extend your foot up towards the sky. Half bow shape. A little roll of the left shoulder back, a squeeze of the right glute, maybe even lift the head, lift the eye gaze slightly. Let's go 1 more breath. We're going to see this shape a little bit later on in our class. When you're ready, left hand comes down, cross your right knee behind your left knee. Right toes are going to tuck. Lift both knees off the ground. You're coming into a cross-legged downward facing dog. Your left foot being off the ground here. Start to walk your hands back towards your right foot. Come into kind of this cross-legged forward fold. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Bend your knees. Use your next breath in, start to rise up to standing. Arms come over your head. Left toes can come down. As we exhale, we find Garudasana arms. Right elbow comes on top, left elbow comes underneath, and you can either press or bring your hands to the opposite shoulder, or you can press the palms towards each other. Try sink your hips back a little bit more, bend into your right knee. If you did feel like a little bit more for balance, you could take the left foot off. We're going to be seeing eagle pose a couple of times in our class today. Let's go 1 more breath. Lifting the elbows, the fingertips a little higher. Stay low in the right leg. Slide the left foot next to the right. Inhale as you lift the arms, Utkatasana, hips back. As you exhale, bring the hands through heart center. Hook your left elbow over your right thigh. Twist to the right. Inhale, lift the arms back up. Stay low in the legs. As we exhale, twist to the left. Right elbow over the left thigh. Turn your chest. Stay low in the legs. 1 more time. Breathe and lift the arms. This time we come into forward fold. Uttanasana. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. If you're on the left side of the mat like me, we'll just walk into the center. Walk the hands up to the shins. Inhale as you lift halfway, shoulders in line with the hips. As we exhale, hands come down, walk yourself out into your plank position. You can either be on your knees or your toes here. Inhale as you shift your weight forward. As we exhale, chaturanga, tuck the elbows by the ribs, come down onto your belly. Untuck the toes at the bottom. Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Breathe in as you lift your chest up tall. As you exhale, push up onto your knees, come into child's pose. Hips back towards the heels, arms reaching forward. Just taking another couple of breaths here. Knowing that you can come back to this position at any point in your practice today. And then when you're ready, just start to walk your hands back towards you. Lift yourself back up onto your shins. We're going to try that on the other side. Shift your weight into your right leg. Pick up your left foot with your left hand. Maybe it's just the left hand today. Maybe the right hand comes around as well. Can you think about rolling your shoulder blades back, lifting tall through the spine. Engage the glutes. Let's go one more breath. Just a hint, we will be going into dancer's pose a little bit later on in our class. Okay, same thing as before, you can drop the hand straight down. Otherwise, if you wanted to, bring your right hand around the left foot. Left hand comes out for support. Lift your left knee off the ground. And then as slow as you can, try to deliver your left hand down to the ground. Once you get there, you could stay a little bit closer with your foot to the hip or lift your left foot up to the sky, finding this half bow position. Eye gaze could stay down. You could look forward a little bit more. Rolling your right shoulder back. Little engagement through the left glute. Let's go one more breath. And then releasing the right hand down to the ground. Cross the left knee behind the right knee. Tuck onto the left toes. Breathe in as you lift your hips up. Right foot is now off the ground. Exhale, hold. Use your next breath and walk your hands back towards your left foot, coming into this cross-legged uttanasana. Exhale, folding forward. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Rise up to standing. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Arms come overhead. Remember, right toes can come down for support. As we exhale, it's going to be the left elbow on top. Maybe hands to the opposite shoulder, or press the palms towards each other. Lift the fingertips high. Now, if you did feel like a bit more of a challenge, lift your right foot off the ground. If you felt ready to try a double clasp, right foot behind the back of the left thigh, left calf, go for it. Sink your hips back, press the left knee forward, elbows lift. One more breath. Stay low on the legs, right foot next to the left. Inhale as you lift your arms up, sink your hips back a little bit more. As we exhale, hands through heart, twist to the left first. Right elbow hooks over the left thigh. Shoulders down the back. Inhale, stay low, lift the arms. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back through center, long spine. Exhale, fold forward, uttanasana, lengthen the legs, tuck the chin in. Again, if you're to the side of the mat, walk yourself through center. Hands up to the shins. Inhale as you lift halfway, push away from your legs. As you exhale, walk the hands forward, come into your plank position. Inhale, shift the weight. Engage the glutes. Exhale, chaturanga, option to come halfway this time. Cobra on the ground, or you can try upward facing dog on your breath in, pushing through the tops of the feet. As we exhale, maybe child's pose, maybe downward facing dog, coming over the tops of the toes. Landing feet about hip width distance, hands about shoulder width distance. It's a little bit wider than the feet. And just staying here for a couple of breaths. It might feel nice to kind of pedal out the feet, dropping one heel down. Dropping the other heel down, pushing through the hands to draw the chest back a little closer towards the thighs. And then finding a moment of stillness, softening the knees, lowering the heels in the direction of the ground, shoulders away from the ears. Use your next breath in, walk your feet up towards the hands.
Maybe feet hip width distance, or you can bring the feet towards each other, heels slightly apart. As we exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Lift the hands up to the shins. Inhale as we lift halfway, shoulders in line with the hips. As we exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Lift the arms all the way up to the sky. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, bring the hands by the sides, Tadasana. From here, we're going to flow through 3 rounds of our Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. If you know the sequence quite well, I'm going to offer the variation with the eyes closed for a portion of the flow or the whole time if you want. Maybe the first one you do with the eyes open. Anyway, breathe in, lift the arms, lengthen the spine, arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Lift halfway, hands to shins. Inhale. As we exhale, hands down, step back into your plank position, Chaturanga, tuck the elbows in. Your back bend of choice. Inhale as you push away from the ground, draw the chest forward. As we exhale, come up and back. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let's take about 3 to 5 breaths here. Anchoring each fingertip, each knuckle into the ground, pressing the palm through the palms to draw the chest back, getting active through the upper body. Use your next breath in. Let's walk our feet forward. Come straight into halfway lift. So hands to shins. Lift the chest up. As we exhale, ripple it back down, forward fold. Come all the way up to standing. Breathe in through the nose. Press through the palms. Exhale, hands by the sides, Tadasana. Maybe with the eyes closed, breathe in, lift up. Exhale, fold forward. Lifting halfway, inhale. Exhale, hands down, step back into your plank position, Vinyasa. Letting the memory of your body guide you. Breathe in. Breathe out, push it back. Downward facing dog. Rather than going for visual cues, can we go for feeling cues? Okay, where can you feel activeness in your body? Maybe it's the shoulders, maybe it's the ankles as you push them down. Maybe it's the lift of the hips up, getting active through the core. One more breath. Either walking forward, if you wanted to, bend your knees, maybe open your eyes for this, look forward. Take a hop in between your hands. Breathing in, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. As we exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Lift all the way up to the sky. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands by the sides, Tadasana. Okay, one more time. Breathe in and lift. Exhale, bend your knees, ripple it down. Extend the back, breathe in. Exhale, hands down. You can step, you can hop back through your Chaturanga. That was loud. So the aim is to get the elbows bent by the time the feet land at the back. But a good way to progress to that is just jumping your feet back to plank before you roll through. Let's go about 2 more breaths. And if your eye gaze is open, then maybe you bring your eye gaze in between your feet or somewhere kind of in between the legs. Let's go, one more breath. Use your next breath in, maybe walk, maybe bend your knees, take a little hop forward. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, ripple it forward, Uttanasana. With the eyes opened or closed, breathe in, roll up. As we exhale, Tadasana. Mountain pose. Notice how much harder it is when your eyes are closed. You really have to find proprioception, your awareness of body and space. Okay, we're going to head into a new sequence here. Setting up for dancer's pose, Nataryasana. Shift your weight into your right foot. A couple of different options. Left foot comes up. You can either have it the usual way, left hand around the ankle or the foot, or you can take your right hand around the left foot. Makes this a little bit more challenging. Deep breath in as you lift the left arm up, lengthen the spine. As we exhale, start to hinge yourself forward. So reach the left hand forward, lift the left foot up and back. Rolling the right shoulder back slightly. Not here for too long, maybe 1 to 2 more breaths, engaging through the left glute. And then starting to find your way back up. See if you can hover the left foot off the ground. Alternatively, left toes come down to the ground behind you. Take a deep breath in through the nose, lift up tall. As we exhale, we lower the left knee down the back of the right leg, just as low as we can. Inhale, press back up. As we exhale, lower yourself down. Sorry, inhaling on the way down. Exhaling to push up. One more time. Maybe the left knee even touches down on the ground. Holding at the bottom for another breath. Maybe even close down the eyes. And then coming back up. Warrior 2. Long step back with the left foot. Open your arms to the side. Right toes turning forward, left toes facing the side. Square the hips and shoulders to the left side of the room if you're in a room. Arms along. Focusing on our drishti or focal point, eye gaze towards your right middle finger. I want you to try keep your eye gaze as focused as possible during this next part. Start to lengthen the legs. Breathe in, lift the arms, lift the eye gaze. As we exhale, warrior 2 to the back of the mat. Turn the toes around. Eye gaze focuses now on the left middle finger. Breathe in as you lift up, keep focusing, eye gaze on the finger. Transition it to the right, turn the toes. Exhale, bend the right knee. 2 more times, breathe in, lift up. Turn the feet. Exhale, turn to the left. 1 more time, breathe in, lift up. Transition the toes to the right, exhale, bend. Hold, 1 more breath. Look down to your right foot, frame out your front foot, left toes tuck. Use your next breath in, right toes sweep high, 3-legged dog. Hold for your exhale, square your hips here, right hip in line with the left. Breathe in as your right foot comes behind the left foot. We've been here before. As you exhale, left foot comes off the ground. Walk your hands back towards your right foot. An extra breath at the back, cross-legged Uttanasana. Lift all the way up to the sky. Take a deep breath in through the nose, arms up. As we exhale, right elbow on top of the left, Garudasana, eagle pose. So remember, left toes could be down, left toes could be off. If you wanted the challenge, you could find the double class, left foot behind the right calf. Sink your hips a little lower, reach the fingertips up a little higher. Let's go 1 more breath. Stay low in the legs. Left foot next to the right. Breathe in, arms lift. Exhale, twist to the right. Twisted Utkatasana, left hip back. Breathe in, stay low, lift the arms. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Walk your feet back through center if you're to the left like me. Inhale as you lift halfway, push away from your legs. As we exhale, bring the hands down, walk yourself into your plank. Vinyasa if you would like, or you can skip it out. If you're with me, inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, your back bend of choice. Exhale, send it back, down dog or child's pose. If you need a little bit more rest, feel free to ground down, bring the knees down. Two more breaths. Use your next breath in, either walk your feet forward or bend your knees, look forward, take a little hop. As you exhale, fold. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Lift your arms, breathe in. Exhale, Tadasana. Turn the palms forward, little engagement through the glutes. Okay, shift your weight into your left foot this time. And start to pick up the right leg, maybe right hand around the foot. If you want to try that kind of cross variation, it's your left foot. This makes it more challenging, your left hand. Makes it more challenging because it forces the hips and shoulders to be more square. Take a deep breath in, lift up. As we exhale, the opposite arm reaches forward. So try kick your right foot up and away, and that's going to help pull your left shoulder back a little bit more. Let's go about one more breath here. Not too long. And then rise up to standing. Either right toes down or right toes hovering. Breathe in, lift tall. Exhale, we'll start to lower the leg down. Got the breath wrong. Inhale as you lower down. And then as you exhale, push yourself up. So do it 2 more times. Breathe in, lower down. Exhale to push up. Let's go 1 more. Breathe in, lower down. Hold at the bottom for an extra breath. And then when you're ready, push back up. Long step back with the right foot. Ooh, my left ankle. Open wide, warrior 2. Virabhadrasana 2. So remember, left toes facing forward, right toes facing the side, sinking low into the hips. Eye gaze on your left middle finger here. Use your next breath in. Keep the focus on the finger as you lift up. Turn your toes. As we exhale, warrior 2 to the back. Breathe in as you start to lift up. Keep your eye gaze focused. Exhale, turn to the front. 1 more time, breathe in, lift up. Turn your toes, exhale to the back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to the front. Hold here. Shoulders down the back. Look down to the ground, frame out your front foot, tuck your right toes. Breathe in, 3-legged dog, left toe sweep high. Exhale to hold. Cross your left foot behind the right foot. Breathe in, transfer your weight. As you exhale, start to walk your hands back towards your left leg. Forward fold, tuck the chin in towards the chest. Slow rise up to standing. Take a deep breath in. Arms overhead. Exhale, it's your left elbow on top, right elbow underneath. Ganundasana. The tip is a trick is to try to get your thigh up and over your left thigh a little bit more, and that's just going to help with getting the foot behind. You sink down, lift your fingertips up a little higher. Stay low in the legs, right foot steps next to the left. Inhale as you reach your arms, Utkatasana, weight back in the heels. As we exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come back, stay low. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back up. Exhale, fold forward. Lengthen the legs, dive your chest down. Walk yourself back through center if you're to the right. Lift halfway on your breath in. As we exhale, hands down, walk out to your plank. Vinyasa if you would like, or skip it out if you want more rest. Breathing in, shifting forward. Exhaling to Chaturanga. Inhale, your back bend of choice. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Just a couple more breaths here. Tuning in with our inner focus, our inner perception. Okay, when you're ready, start to look forward, bend your knees, breathe in. You can walk, you can step up to halfway lift, Adho Uttanasana, maybe you hop. As you exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Lift all the way up to standing, take a deep breath in. Exhale, Tadasana, hands by the sides. Okay, one more time with that sequence. We're also going to have an opportunity to play with our baby grasshopper pose. So standing balance, but gets a little bit more funky as we get there. Okay, shift your weight into your right foot. Bend the left knee. Remember your hand of choice. Breathe in to lift tall. As we exhale, start to lean. Thinking about getting expansive here, opening through the front line of the body, contracting and squeezing the back of the body. One more breath. Come back through center. You've got options. If you felt like a little bit more, you can keep the right hand around the left foot. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale, lower the left leg down. We'll just use this breath. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lower yourself down. This time we hold. If you want to try baby grasshopper, left hand comes down to the ground, to the left. Your right hand comes to the outer edge of your left foot. Draw the outside of the left leg to the outside of the right calf. And then you try kick your left foot away, chest coming on the inside of the right leg. Okay, I'll try to give a bit more of a front-eyed view for that. So you come down, getting the knee to the outside. Maybe the left foot walks out a little bit more. Getting the right shoulder down. It's quite a challenging one, so you might not have gotten it, and that's totally okay. We'll have a play on the other side as well. Wherever you are, start to roll yourself up, long step back into warrior two. Take a deep breath in, open the arms. As you exhale, bend your right knee, look at your right fingertip. Just one time each side. Breathe in, lengthen the legs, look up, turn the toes. As we exhale, bend the left knee. Breathe in, lift the arms, turn the toes. As we exhale, bend the right knee. Frame out your front foot, tuck left toes, breathe in, three-legged dog, right toes sweep up high. As we exhale, cross your right foot behind the left foot. Walk your hands back, breathe in. Exhale to fold a little bit deeper. Garundasana, breathe in as you lift the arms up high. Exhale is going to be the right elbow on top, left elbow underneath. Last time with this pose on the side, sink your hips back. And if you felt pretty confident here, very stable, maybe you close down the eyes for a moment. And then blink them back open. Let's go one more breath. Our mind to the left foot so it's stepped next to the right. Inhale, Utkatasana just once through the center. As we exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Walk yourself back through center. Take an extra breath here. And my ankles are burning up. Walk the hands up to the shins. Inhale as you lift halfway. As we exhale, walk your hands out, Vinyasa if you would like it, or skip it out. Eyes open or eyes closed. Using your next breath in to make your way to the top of the mat to halfway lift. Exhaling to fold forward, Uttanasana. Lift all the way up, breathe in. Exhale, hands by the sides, Tadasana. Okay, one more time on the other side and then we're going to slow things down. Shift your weight into your left foot. Bend your right knee. Left hand comes around to catch onto the ankle. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale, tip forward. Soften the jaw. Settle your eye gaze on one point. Remember, if you wanted that challenge, you could try close down the eyes. One more breath. Inhale, come back through center. If you wanted to, keep the foot behind the leg. As we exhale, start to bend the left knee. Taking the right knee as low as feels good. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower yourself down. Whew. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower yourself down. This time we hold. Right hand comes down. If you want to find baby grasshopper pose, left hand around the outside of the right foot. Get the right knee on the outside of the left shin. Sink your hips back. Extend the right foot out to the side, and you're dropping your chest forward. Now that's really important because otherwise we're going to lose our weight and shift our, we're going to land on our bum pretty much. Let's go, one more breath. If you're down on the ground, just start to lift yourself up. Warrior two, long step back, open your arms wide. Drishti on your left middle finger, lower your hips. Inhale as you lift your arms. Can you keep your eye gaze on your left finger? Exhale, transfer it, bend your right knee, turn the toes. Just one more time, breathe in, lift up. Exhale, left finger. Breathe in, hands down, tuck right toes, sweep your left toes high. Exhale, cross the left foot behind the right. Transfer the weight. Inhale, walk your hands back towards your left foot. Exhale to hold. Cross-legged Uttanasana. We lift all the way up to standing. Take a deep breath in. As we exhale, left elbow on top. Moving the right thigh across if you needed a little bit more space to wrap the leg around. Sink your hips back a little lower. Lift the fingertips a little higher. Pull the elbows away from you. One more breath. Just once, Utkatasana. Unravel the legs. Breathe in as you lift the arms up. As we exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Walk yourself back through center if you need. Hang out here for another breath. Lift halfway on your breath in. As we exhale, hands come down. Walk yourself into your plank position. Final vinyasa if you would like it, or skip it out. We'll find a way into child's pose. For some of us, this might be quite a lot of pressure on the ankles. So if there's another resting position that feels good for you, maybe puppy pose or even lying down on the belly, then feel free to find that as well. And then when you're ready, just start to walk your hands back towards your knees. Swing your legs around to the side and then bring your legs out in front. Okay, we're going to slow things down a little bit, but we'll also have an opportunity to enter grasshopper pose from a different position. So let's start by crossing your right foot up and over the left. We're going to do two twists, one open, one closed. Let's start with the open. So we're going to turn our chest to the left. Right hip is going to come all the way off the ground. So you're really on the left side of the leg here. Walk your left hand away, left toes turn to the back of the mat. Right hand comes onto the thigh, fingertips facing down. We'll take a deep breath in to lift up tall. And then as we exhale, push your right hand into the right leg, dropping the right shoulder down, getting a super nice twist through the spine. Inhale, unravel, come back through center. As we exhale, push and twist. Let's go two more. Inhale, come back. Exhale to twist. Inhale, come back. Exhale to twist. Now feel free to hang out here. If you want to try grasshopper pose from this position, what you'll do is kind of walk yourself through center a little bit more, lean over. getting your chest down. You'll aim to bring your right hand to the outside of the left foot. Bring your left hand down, and then you might stay here. This is quite challenging. Or see if you can shift your weight into your right foot, lift up, and then maybe the left foot lifts as well. Might be easier if you can get your right armpit on top of the knee. All right, so you've got that stacking that gives you a bit of support. Let's go one more breath. And then lower yourself down to the ground. A little bit of a pretzel position that one is. Okay, come back through center, but keep your legs where they are. We're gonna go for a closed twist. Inhale, lift up tall. As we exhale, twist to the right. We're gonna do that 4 times, 3 more times. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale to twist. 2 more, inhale, look forward. Exhale to twist. 1 more, breathe in. And then breathe out. Stay here. If you felt like something slightly different, you could take the left hand around the outside of the right foot. Lifting up tall, extending your right foot out a little or a lot. Just make sure we don't lock the right knee out. Stay with the right fingertips down, or you could reach it away. Trying to lift tall through the lower back, through the mid back. Let's go 1 more breath. And come back through center, and we'll swap it out to the other side. So, left foot comes up and over the right thigh. And again, turn to your right, lift the left hip off the ground. Left fingertips turn down on the leg. Breathe in, lift up. As we exhale, drop the left shoulder down, twist to the right. Inhale, come back through center, lift up. Exhale to twist. 1 more time, breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, twist. 1 more, breathe in. Exhale to twist. Okay, maybe you hang out here. If you wanted to try your baby grasshopper again, you'll walk yourself through center, kind of dropping the chest forward, and then left hand will come around the outside of the right foot. Okay, either hang out here or see if you can rock your weight forward, push through the left foot, get your hips off the ground. Remember, it's a little bit easier if you can get your left armpit on top of the left knee. And then eventually you might be able to take it off, right elbow by the rib. Let's go 1 more breath. Lower your hips down to the ground. Keep your legs where they are. Okay, we're going to twist to the left. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And then as we exhale, turn the chest. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, twist again. Inhale through center. Exhale to twist. 1 more, breathe in. And then breathe out. Hold here. Maybe you stay exactly where you are, or you could take your right hand around the outside of the left foot. Take a deep breath in as you lift up tall, and then as you exhale, press your left foot away. Maybe the left hand stays on the ground, you could reach it back. Maybe even the eye gaze looks towards your left thumb. One more breath. And then for a moment, come back through center. We will cross our legs. Find yourself in a seat. We're not going to be here for too long. Close down the eyes. And just begin that journey of turning inwards again. Tracing the breath through the nose. Noticing thoughts as they rise and as they float out, not, bringing too much attachment to them or judgment, just letting them be. And we could bring in a mudra, a hand gesture, just to help close the senses off a little bit more. If you felt like it, you could bring your fingers on top of your eyes, and then maybe you stay here, or you could use your thumbs to kind of plug the earlobes into the ears. Just staying here for a few more breaths. If you do have the mudra, just letting that go now. Open your eyes. We're going to head down onto our back. If you wanted to add on any layers, maybe a jumper or some socks, feel free to before we head into Savasana. Once we head down onto the ground, you might draw the knees up into the chest. Maybe you stay here. If you wanted to find happy baby, you can walk hands to maybe the ankles, maybe to the outsides of the feet. You're thinking about pressing the lower back and the shoulders down to the ground, pulling on the hands to get the knees a little bit closer to the mat. If there are any final positions that you wanted to move and wriggle in before we rest for a few minutes, this is your time. And eventually we'll land in Savasana, corpse pose. Your legs might be long. Your knees might be bent. And if you feel any resistance to being here, just notice that. I get that too. I think it's really important though that we have this time to be quiet. The world is so full of noise. And this can be a really sacred time to just be with ourselves. Allow for the breath to slow and the body to become a little bit heavier. We'll be here for a couple of minutes and I'll let you know when it's time to transition out. If you had the time to stay here a little bit longer, then I would so encourage it. And if you would like to transition out, we'll just start by kind of moving the body a little bit, breathing a little bit deeper. And then eventually we'll make our way up into a seat. Once you get there, close down the eyes again. And I just wanted to read the passage from before. As the mind, so the person. Bondage or liberation are in your own mind. Take a deep breath in, lengthen the spine, lift up, feel all of that energy lift, expand. And then as we exhale, let the breath out through the nose or the mouth. Bowing to yourself, bowing to this practice of yoga that's been around for thousands of years, helping us humans live a better life, a more aligned life. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. Let me know how you found it in the comments below. Goodness, it's getting to the end of the year. It's so close. Let's keep chatting, hey? I'll see you soon, either here on YouTube, or if you wanted some longer classes, some more connection, then feel free to head over to Patreon. We have a beautiful community there, and I would love to chat with you soon. All right, see you next time.